Hello, you absolute legends. Welcome back to the channel. John here on a beautiful morning here in Lincolnshire, without a rat this time, but with the Proton Impian. It's out the garage, and if you've been following our journey on it, I bought it, I don't know, October last year, and well, we've pretty much spent all our time farting about with the brakes. I've just noticed that that wheel, actually, the tyre looks a little bit low. In this video, we're going to do some more work on the car because the sun has come out and it's starting to get a little bit better. In this video then, more work on the Proton Impian. Morning. How are you?
All right.
Yes, we've seen the rat that you've caught.
I've got to tell your mother.
We know that you're thrilled.
She's been telling me I've been using the wrong bait. I'm going to give this to the buzzard. Yeah, we're going to get this old Proton Impian cleaned up, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. Right, so here we are. The Proton Impian is finally out the garage, as we've said. Hooray for you. I bet you're happy that it's out the garage.
It's going to go back in again, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. We've done loads of work on the car with regards to the brakes, and then pretty much nothing else.
No, it's stalled.
Yeah, it has stalled. One thing that is terrible with the car currently is, well, it's filthy. And I don't think it ever had a proper wash in its life. You can see under here, it's all green. It's a site of specialist interest. All in here, it's all dirty. I can see that you've taken a mud flap off here.
Well, you asked me to.
All under here is all filth. And it's not up to the Coupland collection condition. Yeah. So we've done the brakes. Yeah. What's next?
I think you want to do some cleaning of the wheel arches, don't you?
I do.
I want to get this mirror painted.
Yeah, we've got lots of cosmetic work to do. This mirror is terrible.
We get it took off and get to start repairing it, can't we?
That needs taking off and painting. We've got all these window sort of surrounds to paint. I
think you're making a bad idea.
This to paint. We've got all sorts of stuff to do, but my main concern is it's green around the gills, around all the wheel arches, around all the mud flaps. And when we were working on the brakes, we spotted a site of scientific excellence in that there was stuff growing out of it. I think we're just going to give it a general scrub, aren't we, and give it a bit of a clean up and tidy up and see what we need to do to work on it. So in this video, I suppose, what we're going to call it? Wadger tinkering?
Tinker with your wadger.
Playing with our wadger. Which is good because you've been sent a new toy.
I have.
Let's have a look at your new toy.
It's blooming wonderful.
Previously, we'd have had a problem, but you've
previously on CSI.
Previously, you've had to get your jet wash out and trail along.
One of those famous ones from the yellow breed.
You've been sent this.
Well, I've.
Which is a wall-mounted pressure washer. As people may know, I've also been sent one of these, but yours looks, well, a bit posher than mine. Oh. It's from the team Giraffe Tools. Yours is actually, well, a little bit smaller. It's got a
hose isn't so big as yours.
Smaller hose length. There it is. So you've mounted it on the wall.
I have.
Just talk us through that process.
The supplier with a template. Choose a suitable position, put the template on the wall, put the screws in the wall. It's them sort of keyhole fixings that you drop it down, then tighten them up. And
I'm not really too sure on the longevity of this. It has to be mounted inside.
It hasn't got to be.
Well, no, you could mount it under cover, I suppose, but we've mounted it inside, and it's on a bit of a pivot, isn't it?
It is, yeah. You can can't find my knob, so you can pivot it either way you want, really.
Good.
It's brilliant.
So we are going to use that today to clean the Impian. Thanks to the team at Giraffe Tools for sending us it. It could be no good, it could be good. I haven't had a chance to have a go with this yet. Where's the water go?
Eh? Water goes in there.
Ah, so we're going to have to trail a hose pipe around, are we?
That's not a big deal, is it?
No. You go get your hose pipe then and I'll have a go with this.
I ain't going to jack it up and take the wheels off first.
Blooming well am.
And what we're going to do, I think, is if I move the LP yogurt, you've got more room to
work.
Yeah, so you're not blowing
splashing your Peugeot.
Blowing water into my flipping workshop.
French barge is on the move. French barge is on the move. You've moved the French barge, I'm going to move this just more central.
Yeah, Proton Central.
Proton Central! Pretty much is, to be fair. So, are you going to just walk in front of all the shots I'm filming today? So the plan is to get the car jacked up, get the wheels off, and clean all inside, all the wheel arches. Are we going to do it Birmingham edition, or are we going to do it front and then back?
Front then back.
Wheel brush, wheel brush.
You know, mate?
Wheel brush, I was singing the wheel brush song.
Oh.
Now I've never used this before, but apparently it comes highly recommended. This is AA Car Essential Bleeding Wheels. It's from Home Bargains, of all places. This is acid-free. Acid-free, very important. And you spray it on your wheels and it basically goes red. There's loads of things out there that does the same thing. Dragon's breath, etc, etc. Does this stink of egg like the others?
It's not much good in asking me what something smells like, is it?
No, that's probably a good point. It might stink, but we'll give it a go for a couple of quid.
No, it's not. It's expensive.
Is it?
Yeah, it's over £3 a tub at Home Bargains.
Ooh, blimey. We'll give it a go. Anyway, on these wheels, I've not actually seen how bad they are. They are corroded anyway, so they need a refurb, but we'll give them a clean whilst she's up in the air. Spray wheel generously, leave for 2 minutes, and then rinse with high pressure water. I'm going to owe you a pot of this by the end.
Yeah, electricity, water, garage space. You need to contribute towards my YouTube pension scheme.
Well, this isn't very good.
Are you not happy with this squirter?
No, it's not very good at all,
Do you
this.
think the squirters will seen better days? I think the squirter's probably seen better days.
This wheel is particularly bad with brake dust, as you can see. I don't think it's ever had any sort of wheel cleaner on it in its life. And actually, let's face it, the alloy wheels on these things are always corroded. They're not very well built, they're not very well made. I've left that on. I'm going to give it a scrub with a wheel brush in a minute. It's going to need 2 or 3 goes, but we shall see how good that bleeding wheels is, because I use Uncle Albert's wheel cleaner and it's fantastic.
Oh, this is Dad's wheel cleaner.
We shall see how this is. I don't think these wheels have ever been cleaned like this in their life. Well, after the singular pass with the bleeding wheels, it certainly looks much better than it did. There's a lot of corrosion here that you can see that we need to tackle. There's still a lot in there that we need to tackle, and all around here actually. But they're looking much better than they were. All in there is the problem. That's all in there. Round 2. So whilst that is working its way on there, I'm going to just turn my attention to this area here, which is the wing mirror. You can see it's all, well, it's where all the paint has been blasted off previously, but it's all green and grimy in there. I'm going to gently just sort of jet wash this out and see how much of this I can get off. I don't want to jet wash the paint too much because, well, these old Protons have got thin old lacquer, and you can cause yourself severe disappointment pretty quickly. This car needs a lot of detailing.
It does, John, yeah, but I'm pleased to say you're good at it like that. You like that. It's water going in my shed. It's a lot better than it was.
Second pass on this wheel, and as Dad said, it is a lot better than it was. You can see that it is never going to be perfect because of corrosion on the wheels. My intention is to save up YouTube revenue and get them refurbed. So if you're watching this video, you're helping to fund the Proton project, so thank you very much. Are these stainless steel nuts too?
The heck. Wish there were.
We can get some.
Oh yeah, sure. We've got more things to spend your money on than stainless steel nuts. Come on, crack on, Robert.
Well, there's the back of that wheel, and as you can see, it is brake dust heaven. Before I spend all my time and effort cleaning this off with the brake dust remover, I'm going to use this, which is elbow grease degreaser. I think it's bloody fantastic stuff. If you remember, if you watched the previous Proton Impian video, I actually cleaned a whole car with this because it was just fallout central. I'm not saying you should put this on your car paintwork, but for the car that needed some TLC, this was fantastic. Meanwhile, now we can see why we're doing this whole exercise today. It's all in here. Look at all that dirt, grime, and all that sort of stuff that had been caught up behind the mud flaps. You can see that Dad has taken off the mud flaps. Let's have a look at those mud flaps. In fact, I think Dad's also taken the wheel arch liner out here. We'll have a chat with Dad about that. Oh, you are actually polishing the the wheel nuts.
Yeah, why not?
You've taken the mud flaps off the front of the Impian.
Did that last year.
Yeah, you did actually. How did that come? How did that happen?
It was horrible.
Was it a horrible old job? Show us the mud flaps. Where are they?
They're in the boot of the Impian now.
But you've had to restore them.
Well, yeah, because they're all broken up, yeah.
So you've got them off, and you've actually taken the wheel liner off. This is the wheel liner, the arch liner.
I need some of them, John boy.
Oh, what are they?
You need some of them. They're on eBay. If you want to make it standard, they'll need to be black ones.
Black, self-tapping.
Yeah.
Torx heads, are they?
No.
Just black.
Yeah.
We've not got any of them in stock now.
No, we haven't, son.
Okay. You've got them in your watch list on eBay, though?
No.
Oh. How much are they for some of them?
I don't know. Can't remember, mate. Yeah, it was last year when I looked for them.
Fair enough. So we're going to have to do that. You're cleaning the nuts off. What are you using on there? Solvol?
This son. Yeah.
Good. I'm going to
have a look at them mud flaps.
Test out some snow foam that we've been given, which is from Uncle Albert's Diomix. In the arch, give the arch a good scrub and jet wash that out. For those of you interested, this is the mud flap that Dad took off. You can see he's had to sort of repair the metal insert. What have you had to do there?
I cut a piece and slid it inside, mate, and bonded it in with tiger seal.
There you are. I've got me elbow grease up in here as well. I will snow foam all up in here and give it a good old scrub. But just for now, just for this bit, for the initial scrub and clean, let's get the elbow grease in here and give this a good old soaking of degreaser. This is a lot of work. That noise you can hear is Dad washing his nuts.
It's my sonic cleaning tank.
Yes, if you've got a sonic cleaning tank that you no longer require, let us know. I must admit, I looked at one in our favourite supermarket recently. These wheels here are absolutely caked.
I was watching Alex's assets the other day.
Was you?
The chap there got them a header tank spotless, and he was using this acid stuff. You know, you can't get all that brown sludge out of a header tank.
Yeah.
He makes them look like new.
Well, there you go. Well, that certainly looks a little bit better, but, well, it's not perfect, is it? Right, bleeding wheels time now.
That's without the bleeding wheels.
That's just with elbow grease degreaser.
I'm quite impressed, really.
Now, whilst that's soaking, it's time to tackle all this. You can see, oh, it's just sludge. All in there. I think I might actually, yeah, do that first.
Agitated.
That is just full. That is the importance, ladies and gentlemen, of taking your mud flaps off. Look at all that. Oh, it's actually all coming out of the sills. I mean, in an ideal world, you'd probably take the wing off.
Oh yeah.
That needs now drying and corrosion protecting. Sweet Mary and the Orphans. Certainly not wasting my time. Well, we're getting somewhere. This is the bit I've been waiting for, cleaning all the moss and grime from in the badges. See if we can do that. Well, that did the job. Meanwhile, Dad is still trying to clean that front wheel. He's fighting a bit of a battle there. This will need loads of goes. So aside from the clear corrosion around the centre cap there, it's going okay. We're certainly getting there. It's certainly looking better than it did an hour ago. Well, that's certainly looking grim, isn't it? It's just a bit of stubborn dirt, but I actually thought that it was rotten around the filler cap then, just for a moment. Not perfect, but better. So as you've just seen, I've given the car a little bit of a spruce up, a little bit of a clean here and there in the gills, the front grille, the badges, just to see really how well it's coming up. And as you can see in the sunshine, it looks quite nice. This wheel has come up, well, wonderfully. It's a shame about the corrosion, to be fair. Like I said, we're going to have them refurbed properly, I think. But for now, it's coming up okay. I've given all this a good old clean. Let's have a look in there. As you can see, cleaned all in there, and the plan will be to sort of rust inhibit all that, spray it, protect it, spray all in the sills, but not today, because, well, it needs a good old clean properly again, second pass, and it needs really thoroughly drying out before we put any of that stuff in there. So I think the plan today is to clean it off and then get it back in the garage for a week or two to properly dry out, and then we will start spraying all the rust inhibitor and the rust protection in there. I've just had a cup of tea, just had a slice of cake, thanks Mum, although I need to get back on my special diet. That's coming as well. And let's do the other side. So we'll get the other side done, get that wheel arch liner out, because I've found by taking this one out that it's actually bonded in. So Dad's going to help me with that. So you can see that Dad's cleaned this wheel off. It looks quite nice. Again, the corrosion sort of here not helping it, but from a distance it certainly looks better than what it currently does. We're going to get this other wheel arch liner out, cleaned off, and all in there sorted out as well, because just like the other side, I'm expecting there to be lots of mud in there. Dirty. Very dirty. I think I'm probably the only person currently in the UK detailing a Proton Impian, which isn't a bad thing. Be different.
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to me. I'm live from my bench. What can we do today? This is Pete reporting from bench.
Stop cocking about. What are you doing with the Proton Wadger then? Because I've just said I'm going to
mirror off so we can see what's occurring.
All right, let's take the mirror off.
You're a bit of a Proton door trim removal expert, aren't you?
Well, only on the Suarez, yeah, because I've removed a fair few of them. Do you know what? It looks quite good in the sunshine now. This is the first time I've had some sunshine. Oh, careful! Now, health and safety in the workplace.
Well, I can't help it if the valeting department's just...
Well, no, because the valeting department was valeting, and then the blooming workshops come and got involved. Effectively, we've got to take this wing mirror off. Why are you taking the door card off? I thought it's behind this trim here.
But that trim's behind the door card, look.
Oh dear.
Isn't it right? I just don't really want to do this.
No, me either.
I really don't want to do this job. Because if anything breaks, we're absolutely up the paddle creek without a paddle.
Yeah, we are, yeah. Are you sure that's how that comes out?
Well, that trim?
Yeah.
Well, did it come up, down?
No, I mean, are you sure that's how the wing mirror comes out?
Well, no, of course I'm not sure.
Because I think that's how the wing mirror comes out.
It does, but it's tucked behind there.
Ah.
Because I've been this far before. Can you see how that's got another
Oh, I
clip
see, yeah, there's
there?
3 nuts there, look. And it's behind that wheel, it's behind that door card.
That's the problem.
Oh. There you are, look. See, you didn't need to take the door card off.
And yeah, you've got to get the wires out then.
Oh. Oh. Yeah. I wonder if it disconnects inside the mirror. Why has it got wires? Oh, it's electric adjust, isn't it?
I can bet you any money that does not connect inside the mirror.
So the door card's got to come off.
Well, I'm going to try other things first. But there's nothing better than having somebody filming your brake stuff. So that doesn't want to come off even. Yeah. I've got to be super careful with these old bangers.
Yeah.
I'm going to slurpen them bolts off a bit.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't feel comfortable trying to take this door card
That's
off.
2 of us.
In case we bugger it up, for lack of a better term.
That's 2 of us, mate, because I'm certainly not in for
So we're trying to take this mirror off. So, yeah, as you can see, all the paint has come off this mirror here. And best practice would be to take the flipping thing off the car, but I don't really want to do that. Neither does Dad, because when it goes wrong, well, it'll be his fault, not mine.
I'm concerned about the plastic.
I'm wondering if we could actually take the physical mirror off, because there's screws in the bottom here, and get to it that way.
You have a look. You're the Proton man.
Yeah, but you're the mechanic, mate.
No, I'm the motorbike man now. All I do is motorbikes around. What I reckon you ought to do, me old grummety load, is to make sure this is clean.
Yeah.
And we do it in situ.
Yeah, I agree.
We can mask that off.
Yeah, because it's bonded, look.
It's stuck to it, look. We can mask that beggar off.
Yeah.
And do it in situ.
We paint it in situ.
Rather than risk damaging that blinking door trim.
I totally agree.
Because the plastic is...
Yes, very old and very brittle and very cheap.
Nah, that's the word I was looking for, a polite word.
Good. That's a plan of attack.
Does that make any sense?
Certainly does. Well, there it is then. That is the end of about 4 or 5 hours, to be honest with you, that I've been working on the Impian. We've got it on the deck, we've got the axle stands out, and we've got it sort of washed off. What have I done? Well, the video started off as let's take all the wheel arches out and the mud flaps off and spray all in here. I've actually just really done the driver's side today and around the gills. We'll take a quick look at what we've done, but this is going to take me a lot longer than expected. So as you can see, I've now cleaned this wheel. It's still not perfect, by the way. We've still got to get all in there, but as a first pass, that's okay. All under there has been jet washed out and is now drying off. I have been round the entirety of the car and cleaned sort of all in, all here, and all the little nooks and crannies all round the windows and round this wing mirror, ready for painting. Dad and I, as you saw, toyed with taking it off. We decided not to, but the majority of the car has had all the algae and slime and dirt and grime now taken out from all the nooks and crannies, and we can sort of see what we're going to be working with. We've cleaned this wheel best we can, but this wheel arch liner is still in place. As we discovered, it's sort of bonded in, it's held in, and we haven't had time to do that today. So that is the next job, is to take the wheel arch liner out on the near side and jet wash all in there. You can see just it's still all filthy in there. Yeah, I'm not even looking at the interior at the moment. And then we've got to move on to the rear, because as you can see all in the rear there, let's get in there if we can, it's still all grimy and dirty in there. We've got the rear mud flaps to tackle as well. So rear mud flaps to tackle and rear wheel arch. This is going to take a very, very long time to get it up to our standard, but we're getting there. I'm glad I got to have a good old jet wash in the badges here, the 1.6 and the Impian. Today, as I say, 4 or 5 hours, giving it a good old clean in all the nooks and crannies, as you've seen. Pass 1, I suppose. I've also had a bit of a blast under the engine bay as well, but that is now drying out. Looking good though, we're getting there. If you do fancy having a look at the interior, well, I've got a little bit of water in the back here, so I'm just drying that out there at the moment. I don't want water stains, so I'm trying to dry that out naturally with the all the doors and windows open. But you can see, well, everything is very dusty and dirty and filthy and needs a real good clean out. All this looks like the bottom of a hamster cage in there, but slow and steady wins the race. I'm working on it as and when I can. Yeah, we are slowly getting there with the Impian. I actually expected to say to you it's all done in this one video. I didn't realise just how long it was going to take. This crunch in the wing here, I'm saving up at the moment £70 to get that knocked out, is what I've been quoted by the dent man. Yeah, nearly done. Day one. Well, there you have it then. It's taking a lot longer than expected. Dad and I having a good old work on this, and like I say, we started at sort of 10 o'clock, it's now nearly 3. It's looking shiny in the sunshine, and I'm glad we've managed to do a little bit of work on the Impian. If you've enjoyed the video, thumbs up please. If you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. What do you think? It's a good 3 or 4 days work on this, non-stop, if we were to do it non-stop, but I keep doing a bit here and there. Thanks for being with us, thanks for watching. Hopefully this will be done and dusted in the next few weeks, but then it's time to get an MOT on it, I suppose. Take care, thanks for watching, goodbye. There are so many more Proton related videos on the channel, and I've actually selected a couple that I think you might like here on this page. Give them a click to watch them now. Don't forget to subscribe for more Proton fun and lots more videos coming soon.